Most individuals struggle with personal finances for one exceptionally simple reason that has nothing to do with inherent ability. It is not because they lack basic mathematical skills, nor is it because they are fundamentally lazy or incapable of building long-term wealth over extended periods. The underlying reason is much more ordinary and widespread than people realize. The majority of people navigate their financial lives without a structured operational plan. They wake up every morning, work hard at their jobs, receive their paychecks, pay their immediate monthly bills, spend money on whatever feels necessary in the moment, spend a bit more than they originally intended, and then simply hope there will be enough cash remaining at the end of the month. When a person repeats this passive cycle long enough, even while earning a respectable income, money inevitably starts to feel confusing, overwhelming, stressful, and completely out of control. The broader problem is that creating a comprehensive financial strategy often feels intimidating due to the massive amount of information available online. There are far too many conflicting opinions, overly complex theories, and aggressive strategies competing for attention simultaneously. Some financial creators tell you that investing should be your absolute first priority, while others insist that you must clear every cent of debt before doing anything else. Some experts advise hoarding cash in liquid accounts, whereas others preach that every single excess dollar should be put directly into the stock market. Hearing all of these opposing philosophies at once makes it nearly impossible to determine what actually matters for your specific situation right now. That exact confusion is why this structured 90-day financial reset was created. The objective today is to provide you with a clear, highly actionable roadmap, rather than vague motivational speeches or theoretical concepts. This is a practical, step-by-step system designed to be executed over the next 3 months so you can take full control of your cash flow, construct better automated systems, and build a permanent foundation for personal wealth. By the time you finish reading this entire guide, you will know precisely what to do with your income, how to prioritize every financial decision, how to eliminate unnecessary waste without making your lifestyle miserable, and how to begin accumulating long-term assets in a way that feels completely manageable. A 90-day period translates roughly to 12.5 weeks, which makes a week-by-week structure the most effective way to walk through the process. Structuring the journey this way ensures you are not attempting to overhaul your entire financial existence in a single frantic weekend, allowing you to focus entirely on executing the single right next step. During week 1, your sole responsibility is to face your numerical reality head-on, without judgment or denial. Before you attempt to fix any issues, optimize your cash flow, launch investments, or outline ambitious financial milestones, you must establish an honest baseline of where you stand today. That requires looking directly at your total incoming revenue, your true outgoing expenses, and your underlying behavioral habits. Every successful commercial enterprise on the planet understands its precise metrics because tracking revenue, monitoring overhead, identifying profit leaks, and measuring liquid reserves are necessary for basic survival. If you walked into a thriving local restaurant or a massive multinational corporation, you could be entirely certain that their management team knows exactly what was earned and spent that day. Operating with total numerical clarity is a primary reason those businesses survive and scale over time. Throughout this first week, you need to begin treating your personal life with that exact same level of corporate discipline and operational transparency. To execute week 1, Pull up your complete financial activity from the previous 3 months, including every bank statement, credit card record, loan payment, subscription fee, and digital wallet transfer. Gather all of this raw transaction data and place it directly in front of you using a digital spreadsheet or a physical notebook, remembering that your absolute honesty matters far more than the specific tool you choose. Once your 3-month history is visible, organize every line item expense into 3 primary structural buckets. The first category consists of your fixed expenses, which are the essential obligations required to keep your basic life running, such as housing payments, utilities, basic groceries, insurance coverage, minimum debt payments, transportation, and core communications. The second category covers your discretionary spending, which includes flexible lifestyle choices like dining out, clothing, ride shares, specialized coffee, weekend entertainment, vacations, hobbies, and all the minor daily purchases that feel insignificant individually but accumulate rapidly over time. The third category encompasses any debt principal payments made beyond your basic mandatory minimums, particularly high-interest consumer debt like credit cards or unsecured personal loans. Your objective by the conclusion of week 1 is straightforward. Determine your exact average monthly expenditure in each of these 3 buckets. Calculate your precise average monthly net income and identify how much cash remains once everything is accounted for. That remaining balance is your net margin, which serves as the literal financial oxygen required to fuel your wealth-building systems. Executing this auditing process with absolute honesty will inevitably reveal spending patterns you had never fully recognized before. You might discover that you are allocating significantly more money to food delivery apps than you assumed. Uncover recurring digital subscriptions you forgot you were paying for. Or realize that minor daily habits are quietly draining hundreds of dollars from your accounts every single month. Cultivating this precise self-awareness is critical, because it is completely impossible to make intelligent, lasting strategic changes without first understanding your true baseline. Week 2 marks the phase where you begin trimming unnecessary operational waste with deliberate intention, rather than punishing yourself or eliminating every source of joy. Once you have sorted your expense categories from largest to smallest, review each line item and ask yourself one central question. Can I realistically reduce this specific category by 10 to 30% over the next 90 days? You are not trying to adopt a lifestyle of extreme deprivation. Your goal is simply to create immediate financial breathing room within your monthly budget. Certain fixed categories will naturally be difficult to modify right away, such as lease agreements or mortgage payments. So there is no reason to obsess over costs you cannot change immediately. Instead, direct your focus toward flexible categories where a small amount of attention produces instant, measurable cash savings. For instance, if your audit reveals that you are spending several $100s each month on rideshare services or convenience ordering, that represents an ideal area to investigate further. Examine the root behavioral drivers behind that spending, whether it stems from poor time management, convenience, or avoiding public transit, because understanding the underlying habit makes modifying the behavior significantly easier. By cutting that single habit in half or substituting alternative transportation options, you can instantly liberate $100 or $200 in monthly cash flow. The same strategic approach applies to recurring services like vehicle or renter's insurance, where taking 30 minutes to request competitive quotes from alternative providers can yield substantial ongoing monthly savings. Apply this identical lens to restaurant meals, online shopping, delivery markups, and streaming services, asking yourself which purchases genuinely improve your quality of life and which are merely automatic routines. Successfully trimming $400 of monthly waste yields $4,800 in annual capital that can be immediately redirected toward emergency reserves, debt elimination, or wealth-building investments. During week 3, the focus shifts entirely to constructing automated financial infrastructure that forces you to pay yourself first. One of the primary reasons individuals struggle to accumulate assets is that they attempt to make manual saving decisions in real time at the end of the month, which almost always results in zero remaining capital. To solve this, your first task this week is to establish a dedicated high-yield savings account if you do not already possess one. This specialized account is where your short-term liquid capital should reside, including your emergency reserves, near-term savings targets, and any funds you anticipate needing over the next 1 to 5 years. A competitive high-yield account ensures your cash earns a meaningful yield while sitting safely, rather than remaining completely stagnant inside a standard checking account. Once that account is active, set up automatic recurring transfers that execute on the exact dates your income hits your primary account. The second your paycheck arrives, before you have any opportunity to spend casually, a predetermined percentage should automatically move out of your main account and into your savings and investment vehicles.